hoping to go on to much bigger heights than this.
Yes, and that just took place July 27th. Ricardo Nunez standing up against arguably pound for pound the best fighter in boxing. They got him on different numbers on different lists, but you got to put him at the top of your list now. He's the coming attraction to boxing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Last time I saw him was at the Barclays when Floyd was about to fight the UFC fighter.
Yeah.
What was his name? The UFC fighter, what's his name? Everybody?
Damn, what's his name?
Damn.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I know, but I did that for to make a point. When you lose, people forget who you are, ladies.
I was about to say.
All right,
Damn.
he's here with us today, and I remember saying I got to get you on the show, and it's finally happening. The WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the world, the one and only Gervonta Davis is here.
Hey, the world.
What up, man?
I'm great. So,
Man, how you doing interviews like already? Damn, shit. Did you even fight the other day?
it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I was reading this article in Forbes recently, and they were saying that, I don't know if you, actually you posted the article too. Yeah, you posted the article and said you're the rising star of boxing. You're going to be the next pay-per-view attraction. This is something you've always fought for. This is something you always want to be recognized for, right?
Yes. So just having them, write that article, me trying to work up to it just means a lot. It means that, I'm going in the right direction.
Absolutely, man. And you from what part of Baltimore are you from?
West Baltimore.
West Baltimore. I've been to West Baltimore.
Yeah, what's it like? I haven't been.
Beautiful people.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
People.
I've seen a lot of coverage on you where you've taken the cameras inside of the neighborhoods that you grew up in, and then the gym that you started off in.
Yes.
And boxing pretty much for you would it be a stretch to say saved your life? Would you say that?
Yeah, it definitely saved my life. As a lot of people don't know the people I came up with in the gym before me. They are dead now. So it definitely saved my life. Because I was traveling a lot, so I wasn't really in the city a lot. So it saved my life for the most part.
Save your life for the most part, man. Right now, your name is buzzing, man. I just had Shakira Stevenson up here.
Yeah.
You friends with Shakira?
Yeah.
Y'all good.
Yeah.
That's your people, right? That's your people. And we were just talking about just the different boxers right now. And at that time, we didn't see Keith Thurman hadn't fought Manny Pacquiao yet.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that fight?
I thought it was good for boxing. Just an OG that's still fighting, then a young guy that's coming up that's making noise. I think that was good for boxing. It definitely was a great fight. I think so.
Yeah. And so, who would you like to see Pacquiao fight next?
It's just him just standing on the top of his game, just continue to win because he's still fighting in like a different era. So it's like him just being that OG that's keep whooping. I could say whooping ass.
Yeah, you say whooping. You can say whatever you want here, man. Try it.
Yeah. So just him standing on his game, just him being around, just showing that he can still do it. It's just like Floyd if he was keep fighting and just continue to fight and keep whooping ass.
So you would be okay with seeing a Pacquiao Mayweather rematch again?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Wow.
If they ever fight again, I'd be like, I will buy it. Yeah, for sure.
You would definitely buy that.
Yeah, I would definitely. Okay,
buy it. That remind me of when you see Rocky and you see Rocky 5 when
Well, Rocky 5 was bad, man.
Okay,
he was fighting in the street. He was broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do Rocky 5.
Don't do Rocky 5.
He moved back home. Yeah, he moved back home, lost all his glory, and sold his belts for like food and shit. Like,
for real?
Yeah, Rocky 5 was bad. He was down on his luck.
That.
Yeah, his son hated him. It was just.
Oh, okay, all right, never mind. Hey, was Nunez easy? Like, is this stuff easy for you?
It wasn't easy. It was just him not. At first, it was just he was hard to like make open up. He was scared for real. So I had to fake him out, go to the body and things like that, then make him open up, and then that's when I caught him because we was in a clinch, and he wasn't aware. Like he was just just in the clinch.
Uh-huh.
So he made a rookie mistake. That's what he did.
That's what he did?
Yeah.
So he wasn't protecting himself while in the clinch. Was he resting? Was he hiding
I don't
in
know.
the clinch?
It's sometimes boxers be sleeping in the ring. Like it's time that you'll fall asleep, and I think that's what he did in the clinch.
Yeah, that quick moment where you're not paying attention is where a predator like Gervonta Davis is going to take advantage of you and eat your meat. Whoa, hold on. My bad.
Right, maybe exploit your weaknesses.
Yeah. Whoop that ass.
Yeah, okay, something, right? Okay.
Eat the meat.
My bad. My bad.
I see openings.
Okay, so
I'm about to win.
my bad. Bad analogy. I went from Rocky 5 to eating meat. Something ain't working. I ain't clicking right now.
Jesus.
Let me pivot. Okay,
Reset.
because I understand. As I'm not a boxing scientist, expert, or any of that.
Yes.
I just watched boxing since the 70s. So I was fortunate enough before you were born to see the greats like Ali in the ring, to see Joe Frazier in the ring, to see Larry Holmes. I've seen these dudes as a kid in the ring, so I learned about boxing early on. So I want to ask you about some of the fights people want to see you have potentially, and then find out who it is you want to fight. Now, I know Tevin Farmer, who actually won the same night you won.
Yep.
Is he the IBF champion?
He's the IBF champion.
And I know y'all with two different organizations in terms of TV rights and stuff like that, but this dude is constantly, badgering, constantly asking for this fight. He's a southpaw, right?
Yes.
And he really believes that he could bring it to you. Yeah. Can that fight ever happen? Is that a fight you're interested in?
We actually pulling for it to be, to be made before this year out. That's what I'm definitely pulling for.
Okay.
I'm not trying to fight him in 2020 because I got a whole other set of fighters I can fight, so I'm trying to get him out the way ASAP. So
get him out the way
ASAP. Yeah. I got other bags to collect.
Well, how do you think you watched him fight? I watched him fight. He's a crafty fighter. Yeah. How do you think your style will match up against him? What's the difference in the styles, you think?
I just believe I'm too aggressive for him. I think that he don't have nothing that can keep me off of him. That's why I think that. But he's a slick fighter. He's like Pernell Whitaker. So he's sharp. It ain't gonna be an easy fight, but I think I'm gonna come out on top.
Okay, so you give him props.
Yeah, I for sure think he's a great fighter.
You don't think he's trash?
Nah, I don't think he's trash.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Most fighters don't give the other fighters props.
Yeah,
right?
And you know what I always wonder, Gervonta, is like during interviews, do you have to be very thoughtful about how much you talk about your style and the strength of it when you're about to get in the ring with someone, because it might give them an advantage knowing so much?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like me that's talking about it, they can see it actually. So
true, right.
Yeah, so it's like it ain't a big deal, They're gonna see it regardless. Actually, some of them fighters that's in my weight class actually be coming to the fight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so and then when you fighting, you got a whole 2 months to watch your opponent, so I like for this fight I watched Nunes. I probably watched him 3 times. But once you see what they have, you like, I don't like to keep watching it through the whole camp, because I don't want to stress myself about this one fighter.
Right.
And then he switch it up on me.
Right, because you get so used to prepared to this one shit, and then he comes with the plot twist, right?
Gervonta Davis is here, man, the WBA super featherweight title holder right now. How many belts you hold?
I hold one right now, but I'm a 2-time world champion. The belt that Tevin have right now was my old belt. I lost it on the scale. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You came in overweight, right?
On the Floyd versus McGregor.
McGregor. We almost forgot his name again. That's right. And then you got fined for that, or how did that work?
Yeah, I got fined, and then they stripped me for the belt, and then that's when Tevin fought for the vacant.
Wow. Just because if your weight is not it.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's why they got it in divisions. 126, 130, 135, 140, 147.
But it was just me not, being focused on, boxing and just on other things.
Did that wake you up though? Did that get you
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, it woke me up. You know, I was just young. I just won it. I won it fast. I was 22 at the time, and I won it, and then I was fighting right back to back. So I started making money that I normally don't make.
Yeah.
You know, so I just got me off focus.
Yeah, start eating them steaks, huh?
Yeah.
I get it. Steak and potatoes. You in Baltimore. You wasn't eating steak when you was growing up?
No. Who's the noodles?
Yeah, go ahead, man. DB.
You talked about fighters coming to watch you, and sometimes when we have comedians up, they talk about other comedians will come and watch their show and maybe steal jokes or steal like ways to do their routine and the material and things like that. What could a boxer use to apply to themselves and steal? Because obviously you can't copy a style, but what could you steal from another boxer?
I mean, all boxers. I believe that all boxers stole before. You gotta think about it. Like Floyd stole from the people that's before him. And we stealing from Floyd. I remember when Floyd fought Ricky Hatton, and Ricky Hatton. I mean, he knocked him out with a hook. We was doing that in the national tournaments. We was catching people with hooks. So I mean, all fighters steal. I believe so. It take it to like. They use that in their own way. We don't just go out there and try to be that person.
Yeah.
We steal what we can steal and then use that to our advantage.
Man, Gervonta Davis is here. There's another fight that's out there that people really want to see.
Yeah, for sure.
And this guy is arguably, they say, pound for pound, the best in the game, Lomachenko.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, man, that's a fight I want to see too. Go ahead and fight Tevin. Go ahead and fight whoever's next. I mean, also I want to see maybe Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, for sure.
Abner
Mars.
Yeah. I would like to see all those fights, but Lomachenko is the one that's gonna take boxing to a whole nother level. Is that in conversation, or what do you think of that fight?
Yeah, definitely. Probably. I want to say I want to give it 2020, but my thing is, with Loma, y'all can't have him number one pound for pound, and we still have Manny Pacquiao still fighting. We still have Canelo fighting. And if y'all got him pound for pound, y'all want me to fight him so bad, why I'm not up there?
Yeah.
Why I'm not number 2 or number 1 or even top 5?
I don't understand that. Like, what are they banking on?
I don't know. I mean, he's a great fighter for sure. But it is what it is.
Your record is 23-0?
22. I'm 20. I don't even know.
22.
Huh?
21?
No, I'm not 21-0.
You're 22 now. 22-0 now with 21 knockouts.
Yeah.
Wow.
So all his fights except for one, these fighters have been knocked out, and you're not ranked number 1 pound for pound.
That's crazy. Me and Deontay Wilder probably the only one like that in the sport right now.
Why is that? I don't get it. How do you think your style? I know you watch Loma. How you think your style would match up with him?
I think with Loma, he somebody that's again the person that beat Loma was aggressive. That's how they beat Loma. So if I could use that same mindset and I have more skill than the guy that actually beat him. So if I could use that, and I'm smarter, so I'm younger. So I believe that it's gonna be like how Floyd and Manny Pacquiao was. They were saying that Floyd was scared, and then when they actually fought, it showed. But I think it's gonna be a better fight because I'm more aggressive than Floyd and Manny Pacquiao.
You're going to engage Loma.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what happened. You saw the difference in skill sets when Floyd was standing face-to-face to Manny. You feel like we'll see the difference of skill sets when you stand next to Loma.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
I mean, he's great, but it just, it's levels.
There's levels to this.
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open up the phone lines, man. Y'all want to talk with him, 888-742-3345. You got to understand his history to understand why it's so spectacular to have him on this show, celebrating his career right now. Give us a call. We're coming right back. He did that video in a boxing ring.
He's a big boxing fan, too, I think.
Huge boxing fan. We seen him take out ribs. People broke into his house. LL took out the ribs, kid. He didn't even go for the jaw. Body blow. And took that kid out, man. Just so people know, man, what was it like for you growing up, you know, with your family life and in the environment you grew up in? Like you said, everybody that you started with, you know, are now all deceased. You know, is that just indicative of Baltimore? That's what we're seeing in Baltimore. What was it like for you?
Just, you know, I came up, you know, my mother had 3 kids, you know, so one brother was already in the foster care or group home, and my mother and father was on drugs. So she left me and my oldest brother in the house by ourselves, and we wound up. So I think somebody told that we was in there by ourselves or something like that, and then we went to the foster care. We was back and forth, foster care and group home. And my grandma fought to get us back. So once she fought to get us back, you know, I was the new kid. Well, both of us was the new kids on the block. So I was always the person that was like had anger. So I used to fight for like my big brother. You know, so I always used to fight in school and on my block. And one time my uncle, you know, he came home. I mean, he seen me fighting in front of my door. And, you know, he was like, "You always fight. I'm going to take you to the gym." You know, so I went to the gym. And, you know, it been history ever since. You know, I was getting that love I wasn't getting at home. So it was like basically like I want to say like a kids program, you know, that I was getting. And then my coach was actually like always like a father figure. You know, he always loved his fighters. So I was just so amazed of, you know, him showing me love like that, that, you know, I was like, I didn't care to go to the gym. I mean, I really, like, I didn't care to go home. Yeah. Like, after school, I used to run straight to the gym. I didn't even go home from school. And the gym, I got out of school probably like 3:30, and the gym didn't open up till 4. But I used to sit out there till the gym open. You know? Wow.
See, do you think if it was more programs like that in cities where you have these broken up families, like Baltimore, like Oakland, like Kansas City, like Flint, that it'll help these kids and to do the right thing with the, you know, not maybe get caught up in a lot of the pitfalls that come with that?
Yeah, for sure. I think boxing need to open up, you know, more. Like boxing facilities, because boxing really, you know, can teach you discipline, not just, you know, in the ring, but in life itself. You know? So I think it'll help out a lot of kids. You know, it helped out me.
Yeah,
you know?
And look at you, man. Look at you now. Now he's the super featherweight champion of the world.
And God bless that uncle.
Yeah, God bless him.
Yeah, he got an eye for that. So with that discipline, man, you ever get into a fight outside of the ring? What's the last time you got into a fight outside of the ring?
Not in a long time, but like once I was fighting, I mean, once I started boxing, I still was fighting outside, like, because I had anger, so I was still fighting. I was going to school like looking to fight.
Yeah. So you was knocking out like 10-year-olds back then?
No, I wasn't knocking nobody out. But
look what I learned. Yeah. Oh shit! Here he comes. Here comes Tank, man. Oh damn it.
Has anyone who doesn't like recognize you ever tried to start with you just because they'll be like, "Oh, look at this short, light skinned nigga, I got him"?
No, just
Trace it down.
That's how the world be looking at shit.
Yeah, just pretty, like, you know how like how they said that like Mike Tyson, people used to just start with Mike Tyson to sue him. I think that one point in time it was like that with me. Yeah. So I was like getting sued like back to back. That's why I have my security now. Okay. So I can stay out of trouble.
Smart.
Stay out the way.
When I hear, you know, Baltimore was in the news for the President Trump saying that it, you know, is rat infested. People there are living in hell. I'm paraphrasing now. He said a lot of just horrible things about Baltimore, and it kind of split a lot of people in Baltimore. Some people were like, well, about time somebody said it, and others felt like, man, this is racist rhetoric, and if you concerned about Baltimore, what are you going to do about it? Yeah. When you heard him say that, what was your first reaction?
I can't really say, like, I really don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
You know, so actually when he was saying, I mean, he just said it right before the fight. So when he said it before the fight, he said something about the people too, I think. Yeah. And that it was just showing him, like, from him saying that, then I had the fight, it just showed him, like, it's you just on the outside looking in. You don't really know what's going on. And if you feel as though, like, it's messed up here, come help us. Yeah. We always, you know, people always want help. You know, things like that. try to better us instead of talking down on us.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
That's Gervonta Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
Well said.
Who's the next fight? Do we know yet?
I don't. We in the talks for Tevin for sure. So
Okay, that's the next
my
one.
that's my main goal, to try to get Tevin before this year out.
Okay, I'm gonna take these phone lines. These lines are lit up for you,
yes,
bro.
they are.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna start off with Ahmed or Ahmed from DC. What up, man? Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, Sway. Good morning, Heather, family.
How you doing, man?
I'm
Gervonta
doing
Davis
great.
here,
Good morning,
man.
Mr. Davis. We want to say we love you in the DMV. You represented us real well. One of my comments that I want to say is you've taken the game to another level. And it's funny, my son box, I walked in his room and I looked at him. He was on YouTube. I was like, who are you watching? He's like, oh, I'm watching Mr. Davis tank. I was like, what? So it just shows me that the young kids are looking up to you in the gym. One question I do have, and I've seen it on Facebook, and a lot of people have been saying it in the DMV, is the Gary Russell. And I wish you could kind of address that, because he called you out on Facebook and said he would come up to you if he need to, or you can come down to him, but he wants to see you to represent the DMV.
When I guess he was in the heat of the moment when he called me out.
He was drunk.
He was emotional.
Yeah. Because and he fought right after that, and once he fought, they like asked him, but he never mentioned my name. He mentioned other people, and then he said he got to get through so many people. And remind you, we under the same management, so that can be made like my next fight.
Yeah.
So, I think he was just in the heat of the moment at that time.
Think he biting off more than he can chew?
Yeah.
Do boxers fear you? You think? I know they calling you out, but do they fear you?
I think that they get paid more. Like I want to say, like I'm not in a cocky way, but you'll get a lot of more money fighting me than an average like other fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm like a cash cow right now.
The cash cow. The tank, the cash cow. Ahmed, thank you. You're a citizen.
That's what I want.
What's the biggest purse you got so far? I mean, we could look it up, or you could tell us.
No,
Damn.
That's fucked up.
It's true. Because it grows and grows and grows, right? We know what Floyd gets when he fights. Like what's the biggest?
but
You can say it, or we'll do it for you.
no, it's you could look it up, but it's not accurate. It's not.
It's more than they put more on it than it is, because you don't actually take home all that anyway, right? Because you got to divide the purse up with your team. Okay, I get that. Look it up, DB, though. I'm curious to what it says.
They call it a purse, not a bag.
Not a purse.
It's not street boxing trade.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We got Chase on the line from Minneapolis. What up, Big Chase?
Hey, Chase.
What up with y'all? Hey, what's up, Tank?
What's up, man?
Hello?
Yeah. What up, bro?
Hey, yeah. The question is, before you're about to fight in the ring, what advice does Floyd give you?
Floyd always tell me, like, he try to make me comfortable. So he'll tell me, go out there and stay focused, don't rush things. And he's sitting right there. Like my last fight, he kept saying, I'm sitting right here, like I'm inside the barrel. You don't gotta like worry about anything. That was his exact words before I came out.
Is he real? Because I see your team that's always with you. How hands-on is Floyd with your career?
He very hands-on. Like he called me. He's still living his life, but still, he called me and check on me. Let me know like to stay focused, not to spend my money a lot. I mean, invest in my money. Invest my money, things like that. So he definitely, he's a big part, big factor in my career.
He initially, his light is so huge. I always wondered, is it going to drown out your light? But once he retired, it just really kind of Was that an issue at one point? Like,
it wasn't an issue for me because it was still like I'm learning, and then I don't want to be that. I don't want to. I just got on the scene, so I didn't want all that just yet.
Yeah,
right.
I was already getting a lot of light because he signed me, and then I was already like a great fight, a good fighter. So. And then dim my light. I think it can make me shine more than it can dim my light. Because he's he's a Hall of Famer.
There it is, man. Gervonta Davis. I like that. Hey, Chase, thanks for your call, man. Let me get a couple more here.
So many.
Okay. Rod is in Baltimore. What up, Rod? How you doing?
Yo.
Sway, Heaven family, what's good, man? I'm actually in Atlanta. I'm from Baltimore. Tank Davis, what's happening, baby?
What's going on?
Everything, man. Look, I'm from up your on Woodburn, but I got a question, Tank. Do you still train out of Upton Boxing Gym from time to time?
My whole camp there, my last fight was Upton Boxing, so I'm definitely there.
That's what it is. So how's your profile help the area over west? Like, do you got plans to help rebuild that neighborhood? You know what I mean? I know you from there for real. Thanks in advance, though, for answering my question.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to, work with the mayor of the city, so I can be able to come back and buy some of them homes and fix them up so they could be, rented out for, cheaper than what they are.
Okay. Hey, when you buy some of those homes, let me know. I want to get in on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Rod. Hey, Rod, you a citizen, man.
I swear to more than.
All right, I'm dead ass, too. That's the crazy part. Priscilla in Baltimore, what you want to say?
Hi, Gervonta Davis. Just wanted to say, we're so proud of you. We were there at your match the other night. We were sitting ringside. I got some really good pictures of you.
Wow.
And I, too, am from, I used to live right there on Fremont and Robert Street, right across from Upton, and it's just so good and refreshing,
Thank
to
you so
see
much.
another black male doing the right thing coming from Baltimore.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I watched all those YouTube videos. I watched that post-conference, watched the one where you guys were getting in your truck. It's really good and refreshing. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for your call, Priscilla. Hey, Gervonta, before you go, I want to ask you a couple more questions, man.
Yes, sir.
That welterweight division is hot right now.
Yes.
Manny Pacquiao shocked the world. A lot of folks didn't think he'll get past Keith one-time Thurman's youth, strength, the whole nine, but his experience showed that experience can supersede all of those things. We saw Earl Spence take out Mikey Garcia. He's, Mikey, I love Mikey. He's been on this show. Tremendous fighter. Bit off more than he can chew. We saw T-Bud Crawford make Amir Khan just quit.
Yeah.
What the hell? He just quit. I was like, he quit? He quit. In that welterweight division, if you were to match up T-Bud Crawford, Terrance Crawford, against Manny Pacquiao, in your opinion, who would come out victorious?
Crawford and Manny. That's a hard one.
Okay.
That's a hard one.
Okay.
I can't really.
You gotta give me something, champ.
I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with Pacquiao. I gotta go with Pacquiao.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go with Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I actually, the last fight with him versus Thurman, I actually placed a bet, like a $5,000 bet on Manny Pacquiao right before the fight. It was with a homeboy, but
yeah. And you won $5, you got to go with that winning horse.
Yeah.
I see what it is.
Yeah.
Why though? You don't think they're Styles because the Styles are or what? What do you think?
I think Terrance, he keep his chin up in the air.
Okay.
He keep his chin up in the air, and then Manny Pacquiao, it's like he offsets you when he jump in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that me visioning the fight right now, I probably think Manny will stop him.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think Manny will stop him.
You think Manny would knock out Crawford?
Probably not knock out, but he'll stop him.
He'll stop him.
Manny hit hard.
Have you sparred with Manny?
No, but I've been close up.
He does hit hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you sparred with Crawford?
No. Me and Crawford, we always bump heads.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all not the best of friends.
AKA.
No.
There's your answer.
Okay. Gervonta, you know what I like about you. You humble. You ain't trying to start no shit.
Yeah.
But if you ask them the right question, you're going to get the right answer.
Right.
So then if Earl Spence and Manny matched up, who would you give it to?
See, now Earl is my boy.
I know.
So,
But you can't be biased because of that. Like if you were just, okay.
I think on that, because Earl he hit hard, and he actually a big 147.
Yeah.
So I think that Earl would stop Manny.
Okay. Earl would stop Manny.
Or it'd be a great fight for sure.
Uh-huh.
But it's only if Earl could take what Manny give.
Okay.
Because Manny not, again, he hit super hard. So it's like whoever can, take each other punch.
Okay, so with that said, that's all leading up to, now this is all hypothetical. So if Earl Spence and Floyd came out of retirement.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, I can't.
You can't?
Nah.
No?
You love taking that man out of retirement.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
You can't do that one?
Nah.
Insider trading.
That's
right
insider.
there.
Yeah.
That's both I can't.
That's your homies. I get it.
You do it.
I get it. I don't want Floyd to come out of retirement. I love Floyd's career.
Yeah, me too.
As a boxer, this is one of the most celebrated. He did it right. He
Yeah.
did it right. Everything,
did it right.
Everything they criticize about him, about not being hit, not engaging aggressively, that's not what I saw. I saw it as science. And it's boxing. It's one of the most violent sports that is sanctioned, in the world. And you want to be able to walk away from that shit with all your facilities correct, and that's what Floyd has shown us how it could be done with so many times. People even questioning Manny going back in the ring. We see boxers that don't want to let it go.
Yeah.
When it's time to retire, Gervonta Davis is going to retire, right?
Yes.
Okay,
sir.
cool, man. All
Got
right,
that
hey,
daughter too.
absolutely, man. When your kids, this the other thing I want to ask you, like Manny, I see a lot of boxers bring their kids to the ring. And if I'm a kid, I'm traumatized seeing my dad take these shots to the head, especially if you get stopped.
Right.
What do you say to your kids?
I mean, some fighters, they bring them to the gym, so it's already like.
Okay.
But to be honest, like me, if I know I'm about to go to war, like actually, like I know it's gonna be a fight. Like it's either me or him.
Yeah.
Like, like getting knocked out, I wouldn't even bring my mom, like my family, period, to the fight.
Yeah.
Like now, if I know that I'm fighting somebody that I know that it's gonna be crazy, like it's gonna be a war, I'm not bringing them.
Okay.
Especially my daughter.
Yeah, I like that, man. Gervonta Davis, man, congratulations, bro. You are an inspiration to a lot of people, man.
Indeed.
Continued success. I like how, I know it's hard. You're young, you're getting this money, you got this spotlight on you. It's easy to act a fool.
Yes.
Outside. I don't mean that in a derogatory, but it's you want to celebrate life.
Enjoy, right?
You want to celebrate your accomplishments, where you come from. When you win, we win. That's why I root for you so heavily, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Continued success. Please come back, man.
Yes.
All right. Anytime y'all in New York, you about to fight, come see me, man.
Yes,
all right?
sir. Thank you
Gervonta
so much.
Davis, the champ is here, ladies and gentlemen. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5.